So good morning all. Today we'll see a topic which is discrete Fourier transform. So what is meant by discrete Fourier transform? So it is a finite duration discrete frequency sequence which is obtained by sampling over one period of Fourier transform. So the finite duration frequency sequence is nothing but your x of k. So this x of k is obtained over one period, over when you sample one period of Fourier transform. So this is known as your one period, n is equals to 0 to n minus 1 of Fourier transform. It will be what? It will be a DFT. It is a finite duration discrete frequency sequence which is obtained by sampling over one period of Fourier transform. Okay, so let me take a pointer option. Now what does DFT do? So it converts a finite sequence of equally spaced sample of a function into a same length sequence of equally samples of a discrete time Fourier transform, and which is a complex value function of frequency. Now you see here, in earlier lecture I have told you that you consider a discrete time signal. Okay, you consider this is x of n, and which is a non-periodic signal. You consider this is x of n. Okay, so when we calculate DTFT of this signal, we'll get this signal like this. Okay, we'll be getting it is like this. We have seen in last lecture. Okay, so this signal is what? This signal is when you are comparing for DTFT, this signal is x of n, and here we are giving x of omega. Okay, now this signal is what? This signal is discrete in nature, and it is non-periodic. Okay, and when you see x of omega, this signal is continuous in nature and it is periodic. So DFT converts finite sequence of equally spaced sample of a function. So that is what? X of n. It converts finite sequence. So this sequence is finite of equally spaced samples. So these are my equally spaced samples of a function into what? Into same length sequence of equally spaced sample of discrete Fourier transform. So this is a discrete Fourier transform. We are converting this discrete Fourier transform into a equal space sample. That means we have to sample this signal. After sample the signals, we will be getting signal like this. We will be getting the same signal, but it will be what? It will be in the discrete form. So you can see here it is like this. It is in discrete form. So same shape will be there, but it is in what form? It is in discrete form. You will be having like this. Okay, so sequence it will remain same, only will be having discrete form. See, it is like this. You will be getting like this. So this is known as DFT. So DFT means what? DFT is a discrete signal and it is a periodic. DFT is what? DFT is a discrete signal and it is a periodic. When you see the DTFT signal, it is what? It is a continuous, it is a periodic. Okay, and when you send x of n signal, it is a discrete signal and it is a non-periodic. So discrete Fourier transform converts finite sequence of equally spaced sample into same length of equally spaced sample of a discrete time Fourier transform, which is a complex value function of a frequency. Now this is what? Why? This is a discrete frequency. So x of k we need to find. That is a DFT of a given sequence x of n, valid for n is equals to 0 to n minus 1. This is the what? This is one period, or it is a finite sequence, one period of Fourier transform. X of n e raised to minus j 2 pi k n by n. This is known as DFT sequence, and the below one is known as inverse. X of n is equals to 1 by n summation for k is equals to 0 to n minus 1. X of k e raised to positive j 2 pi k by n, where n indicates number of samples of a sequence. Where n indicates what? N indicates number of samples. This is my length for what summation is going to take place. So that is equals to n is equals to 0 to n minus 1. So that is about DFT. It is a finite duration discrete frequency sequence which is obtained by sampling over one period of Fourier transform. Now when we replace this e raised to j omega, when we replace this e raised to minus j omega 2 pi by n with omega n, this omega n is known as Tweedale factor. This omega is known as what? This omega is known as Tweedale factors. When we replace this term, okay, so we'll be having what? We'll be having x of k summation for n is equals to 0 to n minus 1 x of n omega n k n. Omega n what? Omega n k n. So this is known as what? This is known as analysis equation, and this equation is known as synthesis equation. Okay. So why we require Tweedale factor? So Tweedale factor makes the calculation of DFT it very easy and fastly. That's why we require Tweedale factor. So after putting the value of e raised to minus j 2 pi by n by wn, so wn it becomes what? Tweedale factor. Now let me tell you, this is the equation, okay, e raised to minus j 2 pi k by n, and here we will be having what? Plus. So here it should be minus sign, here it should be the minus sign, and here it should be the plus sign. So when you replace this e raised to minus j 2 pi by n with respect to wn, and this kn is nothing but your Tweedale factor exponent. This is known as what? Kn is known as Tweedale factor exponents. Here the minus sign is there because wn is equals to e raised to minus j 2 pi by n. So when you replace e raised to minus j omega minus j 2 pi by n with wn, it is known as analysis equation, and here it is known as synthesis equation. This equation you require for calculation of DFT. Now let's take example. Compute endpoint DFT of x of n. So using the analysis equations we'll be doing the DFT of a given sequence. Now the n is what? N is nothing but a number of samples for a given sequence. So here the value of capital N is equals to 4, and the range of k or the range of small n, it is going to take place for 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. As the number of samples is equals to 4, the range of k or range of n is valid for 0 to 3, and this is the equation of what? This is the equation of DFT. Summation for n is equals to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi k n by n. This range of k 0 to 3, this range of n 0 to 3, okay, and here we need to put the value of k as 0, k as 1, k as 2, and k as 3. So when I put k as 0, it becomes x of 0, summation limits it becomes same, x of n e raised to 0. Why it is e raised to 0? Because when you put the value of k as 0, this total term is become 0, and e raised to 0 is equals to 1. So simply we have to add x of 0 plus x of 1 plus x of 2 plus x of 3 by putting the different value of n. So we'll be getting x of 0 as 4. Similarly we'll be putting k as 1. So when I put k as 1, here e raised to minus j 2 pi k, so value of k is replaced with 1, and you put the different value, we'll be getting the answer as x of 1 as 0. Similarly for k is equals to 2 and k is equals to 3. So when k is equal to, here we'll be putting the value of k as 2, and for 3 here we'll be putting the value of k as 3. So we'll be getting the answer for x of 2 and x of 3. And how to represent x of k? So x of k is equals to this first sample x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. So this is the final answer of x of k. Now there is one method to cross verify your answer. See, this is known as what? This is known as your zeroth position, that is x of 0. This value indicates what? This value indicates x of 0. So what is the cross check method? You add all the samples of x of k. So addition is what? So summation of x of k is equals to summation of x of k divided by capital N, that means number of samples for a given sequence, is always equals to what? Is always equals to x of 0. If the answer comes, then what you have done, it is correct. So summation for x of k, so you add, so addition is equals to 4 divided by capital N is also 4 is equals to 1. So that is the value of x of 0 and it is correct. Now what you have done, it is correct. This is the cross check method. You add all the values of x of k divided by capital N is equals to the initial sample, that is x of 0. Now the next question is what? Compute n point DFT for a given sequence. So here sequence is given as x of n is equals to e raised to minus n and the sequence is going to valid for 0 to 4. Here the range of n is given 0 to 4, that means capital N is equals to 5. Number of samples, it is going to vary from 0 to 4, that means capital N is equals to 5. Okay, so you just simply put the value of n as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be getting this as a sequence. Okay, now you take the value of e raised to minus 1, e raised to minus 2. So we'll be getting this value and you solve for using the analysis equation, will be getting this answer. Now again same, you add divided by capital N, so here capital N is used 5, will be getting the initial sample as 1. So as you see here, the imaginary parts are going to be cancelled with each other. When you add, the imaginary parts are going to cancel with each other. So you here will be having only the real part divided by 5, it will be equals to 1 only. Now the next topic is what? Determination of 2 point DFT. So what we need to do here, we have to find a Twiddle factor matrix. Okay, so we need to find what? We need to find a Twiddle factor matrix. So Twiddle factor matrix, it is denoted as WNKN. This is known as Twiddle factor matrix. This Kn is known as Twiddle factor exponents and this n is known as number of point. Okay, then n is known as what? Number of points. So for 2 point, the capital N is equals to, so we have known the formula of Twiddle factor, that is e raised to minus j 2 pi by n. You simply put the value of n as 2, will be getting e raised to minus j 2 pi by 2, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so e raised to minus j pi, and this value is equals to what? That value is equals to cos pi minus j sin pi, and that is equals to minus 1. Now here, as the number of n is equals to 2, so range of k and range of n is equals to the same and it is going to valid for 0 to 1. As I have mentioned here, the range of k and range of n is equals to what? Is equals to 0 to 1. And the Twiddle factor matrix is given as WNKN. So we have known the value of W2. Okay, so it is what? It is e raised to minus j, or simply you can write here Wn is equals to e raised to minus j 2 pi by n. So here I have taken Wn Kn is equals to e raised to minus j pi Kn. It should be divided by n also. It should be here divided by n also. Okay. So now how to find the Twiddle factor matrix? So Twiddle factor matrix means what? Here you take the range of k, or here you take the range of n. So range of k and range of n is valid for 0 to 1. Okay, so 0 1, here also it is 0 1. Okay, so as we know, this Twiddle factor exponents as WNKN. So here value of k represents as 0, here also it represents as 0. So first row and first column is always equals to Wn0, is always equals to what? Wn0, and this Wn0, the value is always equals to 1. Wn0 when n is equals to 2 or n is equals to 4 or n is equals to 8, Wn0 is always equals to 1. So Twiddle factor matrix for n point is first row and first column are always equals to 1. So when I put the value of k as 0, it becomes W2 0. Here also it becomes, any one value is 0, it becomes W2 0. So row also W2 0 and column also W2 0. And here 1 and 1, so multiplication of k and n, so k is equals to 1, n is equals to 1, so it becomes wn, n value is 2, kn is equals to what, kn is equals to 1 1. Now you simply put the value of w2 0. So when I put the value of w2 0, this e raised to 0 will be having what, will be having e raised to 0, so e raised to 0 is equals to 1 1 1, and here is w2 1, so the value of k into n is equals to 1, so simply will be having e raised to minus j, sorry, here n will not be there because I have, here n is not there because this I have not taken this 2, so I have cancelled here, 2 and 2 is going to be cancelled. Okay, so when kn is equals to 1, so it is simply is equals to e raised to minus j pi, and as I have told you earlier, e raised to minus j pi is equals to what, cos pi minus j sin pi, so cos pi value is equals to minus 1, so simply will be having this fidelity factor matrix is 1 1 1 minus 1, so we'll be having this 1 1 1 minus 1. Simply you have to put the value of k and n here. K is equals to 0, n is equal to 0, it becomes wn0. When k is equals to 1, n is equal, it becomes w2 1, and we need to put the value. Okay, so we have some Twiddle factor, properties of some Twiddle factor. So these are some properties of Twiddle factor. Periodicity property is there, symmetry property is there. Okay, so this property you require while solving the DFT for a given sequence. So similarly we have to see for n is equals to 4 and n is equals to 8. So we'll be doing for n is equals to 4. So as n indicates here 4, the range of k and range of n is going to valid for 0 to 3, and we have this formula for w4kn. So 2 and 2 will cancel here and extra 2 will be there because the capital N is equals to 4. Now here you consider again the range of k as valid for 0 to 1, and the range of n again is valid for 0 to 1. So 0 1 2 3, here also it is 0 1 2 3. You simply multiply, always will be getting the value as first row and first column as w4 0. Now you multiply with the value of k and n. So for the first row it becomes w40, for the first column it becomes w40, and see here 1 into 1 it becomes 1, 1 into 2 it becomes 2, 1 into 3 it becomes 3, then 2 into 1 it becomes 2, then 4, then 6, then 3, 6, 9. Now here we have to use the periodicity property. Let me tell you. So here capital N is equals to what? So capital N is equals to 4. So simply we have to use the periodicity property as, here we'll be having w40 because capital N is equal to 4. So this value will be having for Twiddle factor w40, w41, w42 and w43. So simply here it is w41, w42 and w43. So periodicity property is what? Wnk. So this is what? Wnk. So here value of k is equals to 0. So that is equals to, after using periodicity property, it is going to equals to w4. You simply just add w44, w44. Again it is equals to what? Again it is equals to w48. So w48. Okay, so this is the properties of periodicity. So whatever the value will be having of w40, so this value is equals to 1. So also it is equals to w44, w48. Simply here w41 is equals to w45, w42 is equals to w46, and w43 is equals to w47. So here we require value up to w49. So w49 is equals to this one. So w45. Okay, and then we'll be having w49. w49. So we can replace this value. So w49 is going to replace with w41, w46 is going to replace with w42, w43 is with w46, again it is w42, W4 4, it is going to replace with W4 0. In similar way we have to replace, and we have got all the value. So replace that value, we'll be getting first row as 1, first column as 1, and here minus j, diagonal is minus j, 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 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and the middle is 1. In this way we have to remember. Okay, first row, first column is equals to 1, minus j, 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 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and 1. That is what for? That is for capital N is equals to 4. Similarly we have to do for N is equals to 8. So for N is equals to 8, the range of N is going to value for 0 to 7. That means we need to find this value. We need to find what? We need to find W8 0 to W8 7. This value we need to find, and after finding this value we can apply the properties of periodicity. So as I have mentioned here, the Twiddle factor matrix, you put the value of k as, or you take the range of k as 0 to 7. So here it is 0 to 7. The range of N is also varying from 0 to 7. Now you put the value, you multiply, will be getting this as answer. Now here see, the last answer, the last value is what? W8 49, but we have only this value. So using the properties of periodicity we can write this. Okay, so W8 7 is equals to W8 15, then W8 23, and so on. In this similar way we have to replace all the value. So this value you need to remember. Okay, I have used here the properties of periodicity, and you need to put. So after putting, we'll be getting this answer. Now there is again one method to remember this matrix. Only see, as you can see here, the first row and first column is always equals to 1, and the fifth column, as you see here, the fifth column is here 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. So these three columns you can easily remember. This row, here this column, and this column. Okay, now you remember this part only. You remember this part only. Okay, after remembering this part, what is the relation between this part? So when I multiply this part, when I multiply this column with negative terms of imaginary, when I multiply this column with negative terms of imaginary, we will be getting last column. So you multiply second column with imaginary term, so we will be getting only this. Imaginary terms are going to multiply with minus. So j means what? Imaginary. So wherever there is j, you multiply this term as minus, so it will be getting this. Okay, again here same, again for this you multiply the imaginary terms with a negative sign, so minus j, it is going to be a plus j. Again here you multiply the imaginary terms with a negative sign, so the real part it will remain same, only the imaginary part is going to change. So you need to multiply with minus sign or negative sign with the imaginary part. So in this way you can remember. Okay, so that is for what? That is for 8 point DFT. Now we'll see the inverse. So the inverse is nothing but the same. So is for DFT you can write, so DFT is what? In matrix form you can write DFT as x of k is equals to matrix of Twiddle factor. So Twiddle factor matrix is what? W n k n. This is the Twiddle factor matrix into you given sequence matrix. So you consider that given sequence matrix is x of n matrix. Okay, so this is the matrix format to find x of k. Similarly, the inverse DFT in matrix form, just you take the conjugate of Wn. So Twiddle factor matrix, you have to take the conjugate, you multiply the DFT sequence and you divide by 1 by n. So in this way we will be getting the inverse DFT of a given sequence. Okay, so inverse DFT is what? X of k will be given, and you need to find what? You need to find x of n. So that is inverse. and here x of n will be given, and you need to find x of k, that is dft, and it is inverse dft. Okay, now we have a question: find 4-point DFT of a given sequence x of n is equals to 1 1 1 1. So here the capital N is equals to 4. Okay, so we have the matrix form. Matrix of x of k is equals to twiddle factor matrix for 4 point into a sequence, given sequence of 4 point. So you just write the 4-point DFT here, 4-point DFT matrix. So minus j, 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 minus 1, and here the original sequence 1 1 1 0. Then you multiply row into column. So after multiplying with row into column, we'll be getting answer as 3 minus j 1 minus j. So sequence is what? The sequence is 3 minus j 1 minus j. This is known as what? This is known as finite duration discrete frequency sequence. This is what? This is a finite duration discrete frequency sequence, and I have told you the cross verified method. So you add 3 minus j plus 1 j. So minus j and j going to be cancelled. 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. So 4 divided by 4 will be getting answer as 1. That means it is correct. Okay, so find 4-point DFT of given sequence cos n pi by 4. So here it already is mentioned that capital range is 4. So the range of n is going to value for 0 to 3. You simply put the value of n as 0. So we'll be getting this value, n as 1, n as 2, n as 3. So we'll be getting the sequence of x of n, and simply you put, we'll be getting the answer for x of k. You add all this value divided by capital N as 4, you will be getting this as the answer. Now, so that's it for today's. Thank you very much.